really take the map and drive the instructor inside the classroom and link it to the M step, then everything will move. You see it?
Ladies, third grade teachers, could you tell me, how do you think this professional development was for you today?
Easy. It was productive. It was exciting. But we'll never leave Mr. Hurt advising.
Because the schools that I've worked with, the teachers I've worked with, their scores just go through the roof, because what I do is I talk about practical stuff that's practical. Because I'm a former teacher and also I'm a principal, so I'm gonna be telling you guys things that I know will work in your classroom.
For booking, please visit S. Hurt, School Turnaround Specialist.
Hurt, the school turnaround principal, and I am excited regarding the work that I'm doing. This past year, I was able to work with many districts all over the world, and we are going to the next level. Certain districts have been able to increase the report card grade from an F to a B, from a D to an A, and also we have gotten a couple of schools off the CSI list. Now, my next stage is I want to take schools and make them become National Blue Ribbon schools. So once again, if you would like to go to that next level, hey, just inbox me, reach out to me, and we can make it work. I'm excited. This work I'm doing is blessing schools all over the world. So if you want to be that next National Blue Ribbon school, hey, reach out and let's go ahead and do the work. And also with that, I got 2 dynamic books that I have that schools are picking up as we speak, and man, these are blessing your school. One is on school transformation, and the other one is on for parents and teachers and principals to come together as one for student success. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. This is Sean Hurt with your Saturday morning podcast. So come on in, hit that share button. Let me know where you're coming from. Let me know where you're coming from. This is going to be another powerful podcast. So just give me a few seconds as I get all of my Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, all of you guys in. And let me know where you're coming from. I missed you guys last week. I have so much to share. It was an exciting week on last week. So I just need you to come on in and let me know where you're coming from. You know, we call ourselves the Fantastic Four. And we're doing some big things out there in education. We're doing some big things out there in education. Yes. Myself, we have Creative Educate at 10:30, Principal Kafele at 11, and then we have Josh Tarver on Sunday at 5 o'clock. So just give me about 2 more minutes as I get all of my people in. I want to make sure I got all of my LinkedIn and Twitter. They say, Hurt, we want to come in, but you know, you be going too fast. So I'm gonna make sure I get everybody in and everybody's comfortable and ready to go. Everybody's comfortable, ready to go. This is going to be an exciting one. You say, Hurt, yes, it's going to be an exciting one on this morning. Yep. So just give me 30 more seconds. Stay with me. Do not leave me. You say, Hurt, we're not going to leave you. Okay, I just want to make sure don't leave me now. Stay with me, principals and educators. Stay with me. All right. I think I'm about set. So let me see where we're at. Let me see who is in the house. Who's in the house this morning? I got Stacy Joy. Good morning from Los Angeles. Good morning to you, Miss Joy. I got my good friend, Dr. Jeter from Illinois. Good morning. I got Rashard Davis from Vegas. Good morning. I got Mr. Gian, G-I-A-N. Good morning from that looks like Maryland. I got September from Jersey. I got Real Purposeful from Georgia. I got Mrs. Chunu. Good morning to you. I got Central Hicks. Good morning. I got I'm gonna mess this up. Garfar WT from Atlanta. Good morning to you. I got Dr. Houston, good morning to you. Come on in, hit that share button, and let's go ahead and get started. Let's get this party started. You know who I am, Sean Hurt. If this is your first time being on here, I am the school turnaround principal. I talk education. I breathe education. I just want everybody to understand the importance of education. So I'm going to go ahead, and today's topic is that what do you want to accomplish? Let me make sure my mic and everything is situated. Okay, what do you want to accomplish for the 2024-2025 school year? It is knocking on the door. Yes, it is knocking on the door. What do you want to accomplish for this school year? What is it that you want to accomplish? So I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about some things, some strategies, some things that we need to look forward to, things that we need to make sure that we are aware, because schools are starting. Schools down south, you guys start. Some schools started last week. You'll be starting this week. Schools in the Midwest, you'll be starting in a couple more weeks, but I want us to get prepared. So before I get started into my commentary, the first thing I always ask the question, and just put it in the chat. Let's put it in the chat. What keeps you up at night as an educator? What keeps you principal, you superintendent, you educator, what keeps you up at night as an educator? For me, I have three things that I'm thinking about, and I was thinking about this all this week in no particular order. First thing is that our school district is going to do the same thing. Our school district is going to do something new this year, and I'm going to talk about it in my commentary. Our schools and districts, are you guys going to do something new this year than you did the previous year? Is there going to be something new that you're going to do? Okay, so that's what I'm thinking about. Like, school's about to start. Are we going to do something new this year, or are we going to keep the same strategies, the same philosophies, the same whatever that we did last year, and you know what those results look like? Okay. The next thing that's keeping me up at night is that schools that are NWA MAP schools, I have a lot of schools on here. If you are using NWA MAP for your district assessment or even your state assessment, they have a lot of new reports that they rolled out over the summertime. A lot of new reports. Are you prepared for those teachers to be able to understand those reports and to use those reports to drive your instruction inside of the classroom? Yes. So that's another thing. And then I put it up there. I put the reports up there this morning and yesterday. I'm trying to tell schools, listen, if you do not have somebody coming to your district, if you're not intimate with those reports, your scores will not be how it was in the previous years. It's totally new reports. The third thing that's keeping me up at night, where are the next generation of principals? The next generation of principals. I'm gonna say this again. Where are the next generation of principals? There were a couple of superintendents that called me this week, and said, Hurt, I'm looking to fill some principal positions in the schools in Detroit Metropolitan in Detroit. I was like, okay, I had about two people that I could refer to, but that's all I knew. I'm asking the question now, where are the next generation of principals? That's why I'm encouraging educators. If you want to be a principal, it is important that you come to the Fantastic Four. Listen to me, Create and Educate, Principal Fele, Josh Tarver, because these positions are opening up. They're calling me because they understand my platform. They understand this is what I do. Hurt, do you know anybody that you can refer to be a building principal? That is life changing. And they're going to hire the person based on my recommendation. So I'm trying to get a Rolodex of people that want to be a principal, people that's hungry and starving to sit in that seat. So those are the three things that's keeping me up at night. And then I see some people that's putting different things. Check. Okay, Central Hicks says, your mic sounds nice, check one. That is so, you know what? That's salt and pepper. I'm old school. I know music. That is so funny. Thank you very much. My mic and my everything sounds good. I got Mrs. Kennedy in the house. Good morning to you, Miss Kennedy. Much love, much love to you. So those are the things that's keeping me up at night. And once again, I need to know who out there, the biggest thing is who out there really wants to be a principal, who out there really is looking to sit in that seat. If you are, just inbox me. I just need to know how serious. That's what I'm looking for. I need to develop the next group of 10 to 15 principals. So when superintendents called me last year, 4 different superintendents called me looking for her. Do you know principals? Do you know somebody that would like to be a principal? I got to get these people out there, and they're going to hire them based on my recommendation. All right. I see Mrs. Price Trend. I think that's your last name. I'm looking for a principal position. Hey, inbox me. Let's sit down. Let's talk. Yep. It's easy as that. All right. What's going on in education? Listen, the last week, the reason why I was not able to do my podcast last Saturday, because I was doing an all-day training with Principal Canel Williams at Midwest City Middle School in Oklahoma, her and her leadership team. We went from 9 o'clock to 2:30, and I'm on a Saturday. You heard on a Saturday? Yes. She brought them out. She said, "Hurt, I need for you to just to do what you do with me and my leadership team. Lay it out. Give us the strategies. Give us give us everything that you can give to us so we can get started moving forward." And this is the summertime. We laid it out, and I want to say, listen, Principal Williams over in Oklahoma, she is the next superstar principal that's going to take over the world. She is excellent, and I don't say that about a lot of people. The ones I'm working with, yes, but she has it. When you say has it, she has it. She has it. And listen, in Oklahoma, I guarantee this was her vision. She wants to be a national blue ribbon school sooner than later. I guarantee she's going to get it. She had her 4 APs there, her coaches. It was about 8 of us in a room, and we just got at it. So hats off to you, Principal Williams. You're doing big things. Hopefully you're on here, or some of your teammates are on here. Hats off to you. Also, this week, I will be in Toledo, Ohio with Principal Johnson at Grove Patterson Academy. I'm bringing the Thunder down in Toledo, Ohio. I cannot wait. I'm excited. I'm happy. That's another school. Once again, schools are moving forward. They're saying, Hurt, we need to plan before these teachers, not before the students, before the teachers come in. We need to have it in place. We need to ask questions. We need to look at our data. We need to do all those things. And that's what's taking place. I'm coming down there. And the last thing is that I will be doing a virtual. See, I'm not only face-to-face, I'm doing virtual with Principal Rogers from Elmore Stroud High School in the Virgin Islands. I'm going to say this again. I'm going to be working with first time I've ever worked with a school in the Virgin Islands. Little old me from Detroit, Michigan. Hey, I'm going to be in the Virgin Islands virtual. I'm going to be working with them on tomorrow on a Sunday evening. I got my notes ready. We ready to go. She reached out. She said, Hurt, I want it. And I said, I'm going to give it to you. So that's where I'm going to be at. Last thing before I get into my commentary is that if you have not picked up the book, you need to pick up the book. I just got 2 orders from 2 school districts, different districts. They ordered it. They said, Hurt, we want to order the book for all of our parents at our school. So when they come back, we just get a book out. It says every parent must read this. Parent plus school equals student success. You can pick it up from my website, but I'm encouraging principals to order in bulk. I would encourage you, order the 100, 150 for the parents. So when they come in, you're giving them this book with just different strategies, different things. I'm telling you, it is blessing schools, parents, and districts all over the world. So, all right, enough about that. Let's go and get started. Hit that share button. Let me know where you're coming from. Let's get rolling. Let's get pumped up. Let's get excited. Good morning to you, Principal Kafele. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. I am excited. Hit that share button. Let's rock and roll. What we're going to talk about is this. What do you want to accomplish for the 2024-2025 school year? What do you? I have all of these people on my podcast. What do you want to accomplish for the upcoming school year? Yes. So let me kind of talk about a few things. I'm going to give you the definition of insanity. I'm going to give you the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, thinking you're going to get different results. You're doing the same thing over and over again for 5 years, 6 years, 20 years, thinking you're going to get different results. That is the definition of insanity. You say, Herb, woo, you talking good now. Yes. So the question I want to ask, you know what? Hold on. Can everybody see me and hear me good? Can everybody hold on, because my light went kind of dim. Stay with me, please. Stay with me. I gotta charge up my computer. I'm sorry, everybody. Give me 1 second. I'm about to lose juice on my computer. So stay with me. Do not leave me. I just saw it kind of dim out. I'm about to plug up. Just stay with me. Just give me 1 second. I'm sorry about that, everybody. I'm back. I saw it dimming out. Yep. So we're good. All right. So this is why I want to talk about it, is because I want everybody on here to have a different mindset coming in this year. If you were not happy with your school last year, too many whatever, scores wasn't right, I just was overwhelmed, just if you're going to have that same playbook, you're going to end up losing. So when I'm asking as a principal for over 15 years, matter of fact, I got my shirt on, my principal shirt. You know, one of my teachers, Mrs. Reed, got it for me, my principal shirt. As a principal, I had to realize that I had to change how I did things if I wanted different results. And the reason why I'm saying this is that because I'm going to tell you a story now, and I said about a month ago. 2 years ago, it was a person, he took over this principal position in Michigan, right? So then 3 months ago, they told the state of Michigan, this is what they do in the state of Michigan, they told them, based on your test scores, we're going to have to close your school. Close. We're closing your school. The 500, it was a K through 8th grade school. The 500 students, they have to find a different school to go to because we're closing your school. The 600 staff members have to get a new job, reapply in other school districts, blah, 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 the whole 9 yards. That was very traumatic for everyone involved. The only thing I can think about when I got the news was that why did they do the same thing over and over and over again, year after year after year, thinking that they were going to get something different? Their scores was the same thing year after year after year. Suspensions was always high year after year. They only came to my podcast one time. Now, if you're a school and you're on the bottom 5 and you're struggling and you need to increase your student achievement, you need to have better classroom management, why wouldn't you listen to the Fantastic Four on a Saturday from 10 o'clock to about 1:30? You ain't got to be on every Saturday, once a month. You ain't got to do it. You can have your APs or your coaches, somebody representing your school, listening to the Fantastic Four. If you would have listened to us 2 years, we've been doing this. I know Principal Kafele and Shiki Houston and John, y'all know the weeks and the years. I'm not good with that. But if you would have just listened, took notes like we're telling you to do, purchase the little books, do those things, your school would have been open. So that's where I'm like, you're doing the same thing, and that is the definition of insanity. Oh, I know I'm talking good now. So now we're moving to this year, and there's going to be schools that's going to be doing the same thing, and you don't have to do that. It's the beginning of the school year. No one has been suspended from your school yet. You don't have parents complaining yet. You don't have students wilding out. None of these things are happening. So now you can put systems, systems in place to make sure that on the first day of school, you're running smooth. Now, I'm not saying that you might not have a few disciplinary problems. I'm not saying that a few parents might come up there and ask questions. I am not saying that. But at the end of the day, if you start off on the right foot, you will end on the right foot. Well, how do I start off on the right foot? Don't do what you did last year. It didn't work. It didn't work the year before that. It didn't work the year before that. It didn't work the year before that. Oh, we're going to get this whole new curriculum. We're going to do all of this stuff. The curriculum is not going to change how the climate and culture of your school will be. The curriculum is not going to change how the students will be engaged in the classroom. The curriculum is not going to change how the parents feel about you as a leader. The curriculum is not going to change how those teachers, those fourth-year teachers with 35 students each particular session, that's not going to change. What's going to change is how you go about in approaching your school. What are you going to do differently this year than you did last year? Well, maybe one thing that you should do is that you should spend 60% or more of your time out of the office, in the classroom, in the hallway, engage with students. Just try that. Try that for just try that. That would be something different than what you did last year, because last year you spent 60% of your time in the office, bogged down with all of these things, parents, discipline, emails, district people want to talk to you, phone calls, you name it. And then by the time you look up, it's 3 o'clock and you haven't spent no time in the classroom. You haven't looked at no instruction or anything like that. And then what has taken place is this, and that's why I love Principal Williams. I love Principal Johnson. You know, I love Principal Ross. She's on here. I love all of these principals. Now, when you getting your data back, you can't just throw it in the corner because you got 3-4% proficiency in your school in reading and 5% in math. Science is 12% or so. No, you got to look at it. And you got to say, know what? I have to understand that this is on my watch. This is on my watch. So if we do this again this year, 3% proficiency in reading will take place in our school. So let me switch it up. Let me do a little something differently in order to address what we need to do. And I can do it now because school has not started yet. I can put, like Creative Educate said, put the right systems in place in order to move the needle in the right direction. Once again, what is the definition of insanity, Hurt? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, thinking you're going to get a different result. And that's the worst thing, because you think things are going to get different, and it hasn't been different in 5 years that you've been a principal, 6 years. 8 years, 10 years. Try something different. Man, Hurt. Woo, you know, it is real. Josh Tarver said, free PD at your fingertips. No excuses. Yes, there is no excuses. Hit that share button. Come on, we need to talk about this, because once again, what do you want to accomplish this year as a school leader? Every year as a building principal, I always had goals. And I talk about it when I'm training schools, districts, when I'm doing one-on-one with principal. My 2 goals was this. At the end of the year, I wanted to have 1.5 years worth of growth in math and reading. I'm going to say that till I'm blue in the face. Based on our district assessment. Why did I want to have that? Because I knew that the kids were coming to us behind in math, reading, science, and social studies. If I did 1 year's worth of growth, I was never going to move the needle. They were going to stay the same at the end of the year. 1 year's worth of growth is what you're supposed to do. We're not even doing what we're supposed to do. Why are we doing that? Because You're doing the same thing that you did last year. So now you're not even doing what you're supposed to do, and the kids are behind. What I had to tell Miss Kennedy and my team, beautiful Miss Kennedy will tell you, we did 1.5 years worth of growth. She was my kindergarten teacher. She's one of the best kindergarten teachers that I know. She did 1.5 years worth of growth. So by the time they get to the next grade, they was ready to go in reading and math. They were at grade level. By the time they got to the third grade, consequently, we were able to have more kids proficient on our state assessment. That was what I preached about every day. The second thing that I talked about is that I wanted this is what I wanted. I was passionate about this. I wanted to have the highest achieving school in the state of Michigan based on our state test. And we were able to do that. I was passionate about it. Well, are you serious? Yes, based proficiency. I wanted growth and proficiency. That was what I wanted to accomplish every year, and every year I did it. So the question I want to ask is a very powerful question. What do you think about it? What do you want to accomplish this year as an educator? If you already got it, let's put it in the chat. I already told you what I wanted to accomplish, but what do you want to accomplish as an educator? Good morning to you, Miss Kennedy, Mrs. Nancy Kennedy. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, another superstar principal out of Alabama. I was with her school 2 weeks ago. Like I said, they already got their plan in place. Listen, Mrs. Nancy is Nancy Edwards on here, but she said call her Miss Kennedy. Mrs. Edwards already got her things moving in the right direction. I don't want anyone to be left behind. What are you going to do in order to accomplish your goal for the upcoming school year? Woo! Give me. I got 2 more minutes on this. Yes. Dr. Jeter. Yep, Dr. Jeter, she's a mentor. She's a mentor. She's a retired principal, but she's mentoring principal. Dr. Jeter is somebody, you have resources. There is no excuses. And I was frustrated, y'all, about a month ago, and that's why I want to, because these scores are coming out. I looked at all of the scores in Michigan, principals that I know should be on here. Your schools are low. They're struggling. Why aren't you on here, principals in Michigan? Why aren't you why aren't you reaching out for help? Why are you letting 800 kids suffer? It could change the momentum. Do you know you can go from 10% proficiency in reading to 35 to 30 within 1 year, which is some help? Do you know that those kids, Raheem and Deborah in the classroom, and all of those kids, do you know that they could be able to be at reading at grade level with the strategies? This morning, I put up strategies on how to improve reading at the elementary and middle school. If you could just extrapolate those strategies I put on my social media, your reading will get better. Reading gets better, discipline goes down. Man, why aren't we doing this? What do you want to accomplish for this upcoming school year? And the last thing before I leave is that you got to do it now. You can't wait 3 to 4 weeks into the school year. It is too late for that. You got 1,000 kids coming in. You're going to wait to the middle or end of September to say, oh, this is what I know. The train is already moving. Just do it now. Do it now. Do it now. You cannot wait 3 or 4 weeks. You cannot wait 2 months into the school year. No, you can't. You can't give away 8 weeks of instruction. You must do it now. So this my message is my pre-message before school starts off. I know we're doing pre-service. I know schools are in place, but now it is the time to address it. Remember insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, thinking you're going to get a different result. So I'm going to stop right there. Thank you very much. Let's have a good year. Let's go ahead and hit the ground running. Please make sure, all of my people, I want you to subscribe to my YouTube page. If you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Just go to YouTube, Sean Hurt, and you have all of my information, all of my videos. The other thing is that if you would like for me to come into your school, to work with your school, inbox me. We set it up, especially if you are an NWA MAP school. It's going to blow your mind. You need somebody to come in and support you. And the last thing, make sure you pick up my book, bestseller. I love it. It's blessing schools all over the world. Pick it up from my website. So thank you very much. Let's everybody go over to Create and Educate, and let's have a blessed week. I'm excited for you. Make the change. Who will be the next National Blue Ribbon School? Who will be that? Put it in the chat. If you're going to be the National Blue Ribbon School this year, put it in the chat. And I want to be able to, over the summertime next year, be able to say, you know what? You accomplish your goal. Don't go low, go high. Blue Ribbon School, you want to be the best school in your state. If that is you, put it in the chat. Love you. May God bless you. I'm fired up. See you with Create and Educate.